haven't seen you in ages.
No, I've been away. I've
Yes.
been on holidays, and I managed to squeeze 4 holidays into one.
Go on.
So my wife.
My wife.
So my wife is an amazing woman, and she is an artist, and she decided she would study illustration at Falmouth University
In Cornwall.
And she could do it all virtually, but she spent the last 2 years working really hard on a master's of illustration.
Wow.
And then she had her final exams and final assessment and final delivery of her project and everything. And we were all on tent trucks waiting to see what was going to happen. And her results came through, and she got, I don't know if she got the highest in the class, but she got the highest you can get, which was a distinction in her master's. And she is now a master's of illustration from Falmouth University. So we decided that we would obviously attend the graduation, and that would be our summer holiday.
Yeah.
We've never been to Cornwall, don't know anything about it. The kids had never been to London. So what we did was we flew to London, we rented a car, drove to Cornwall.
Yeah.
And so we did 2 nights in London and then 7 nights in Cornwall. I'll get to Cornwall in a second, but in London, right? First of all, I always love seeing a city or seeing somewhere through the eyes of people who've never seen it before, because I get to do that a lot with my kids. I brought them to New York last year for the first time. Brought them to London this year. You know, you get that kind of, I guess you re-joy things that you've already kind of
vicariously through your children.
Yeah, Big Ben, I've seen it, and they go, oh my God, and they kept calling it the Big Ben. The Big Ben! It's like, yeah, the Big Ben is there. So we had a great time in London, but then something class happened. I decided that to get from London to Cornwall, because when we get to Cornwall, I want to have a car.
Yeah.
We're driving.
Yeah. Or you're going to rent
6
a car.
hours. So rent a car in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Car park.
No.
Went in, got a nice car, drove out, and then realised, oh my God, I'm driving in London. I've arranged to meet, so I'm with my 2 boys, I've arranged to meet my wife and the 2 girls in like Piccadilly Square, like in Covent Garden, like right in the middle of everything. And I'm going, okay, this is a bit crazy, but let's do it. So we're driving through rush hour London. I'm going around Piccadilly Circus with the advertising and Leicester
Statue
Square,
of Eros,
all that's all there. And I'm like, going, this is brilliant. I'm veering this way and that way, and my Google Maps is telling me where to go and whatever. And then I realize as I pick them up and we drive out, I go, oh, the congestion charge. I'm one of those people. I've only ever heard of this.
Yeah.
And I check the times. I pull over, I check the times, and I have to pay because it was a weekend. It was a Saturday. But I was in the middle of London after 12 noon.
Yes.
So on the way to Cornwall, we pulled in and I paid my congestion charge. And I don't want to pay, anything for anything.
Yeah.
But it kind of felt like a momentous thing to drive around.
You felt like a Londoner.
I felt like driving around Piccadilly Square.
Oh, darling.
Pay the congestion charge. I'll give it Boris's congestion charge. It's Sadiq Khan now, isn't it? But anyway, whatever.
Sadiq Khan,
yeah. So anyway, I paid it and I felt quite Londonish. That was exciting. Then we drove to Windsor. It's very posh. And then we decided we would drive past Stonehenge.
Yeah.
So we didn't stop.
Yeah.
We didn't kind of get out.
Yeah.
But we drove and I felt so like Clark Griswold from National Lampoon's European Vacation, because we had already hadn't quite done the Hey Kids Look Big Ben, whatever. But as we drove down, I have this on video because my wife was videoing Stonehenge as we drove past, and I went, look kids, Stonehenge. And there was kind of they looked up from their smartphones and iPads and went, and then I went, and no one knows why it's there. And they went, and they put their headphones back in and just kept going.
And that was it.
I am so him. I am so Clark Griswold.
I mean, that or the Three Amigos was the high point of Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, yeah.
Well, maybe Saturday Night Live. But,
yeah, no, I think
he's a grumpy man now, as far as I can see.
No question. Yeah, I loved Community as well, I have to say.
Okay, so we'll go back to Cornwall in a second.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did?
Go on.
I went to the All-Ireland final. The hurling. Because
how did you get tickets?
Because the BBC were showing it on network, and they said, so we have so it's going to be shown in England, Scotland and Wales, and a lot of people aren't necessarily familiar with that. And what we do is we have people down pitch side, Holly Hamilton, who I know, I've done Fight and Talk with her, and she's talking to the experts, the coaches, and the pundits, and the ex-players. And then we have kind of people up above in the box, and they're just kind of going, yeah, listen, it's an amazing game. you know,
A bit more
the atmosphere is
explanation as
amazing.
opposed to
bit of colour, I suppose.
colour, yeah.
And that was grand. It was myself and Ciara McGeehan, who I absolutely love because I've always loved her as a runner, as an athlete. And she ran for Ireland and won a European gold medal and has also one of the finest things ever said after an interview. In terms of, you were boxed in there. She goes, I didn't play camogie for 20 years to get boxed in. and there's a moment where she's going around the bend going, I don't know if you've encountered someone from Portaferry before, but who was growing up in the GAA.
My elbows are about to do things.
There's full on clang, clang, clang. And produced a hurl, which was the surprising bit. So she was great. Met Lindsay Peat. Extraordinary. Lindsay Peat has played basketball for Ireland, rugby for Ireland, soccer for Ireland, and won an All-Ireland with Dublin GAA.
You're joking.
And I shook her hand, and my hand withered to dust in her grip. It was so impressive, and a lovely woman. And then, Vittorio Angeloni, who is,
brilliant,
lovely man, comedian. And then, and they were all very good. Sure. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But for a man of my age and your vintage, an international soccer player popped in, former Dublin hurler, minor level, beaten in 1983, played for Ireland. Was the record goal scorer for Ireland. He played for football. Yeah, records goal scorer for Ireland before Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane.
Before Robbie
Niall
Keane.
Quinn.
Niall Quinn popped in. They wrangled Niall Quinn to pop in.
That's
and
impressive.
Niall popped in. All 9 foot 12
so
of
big. I didn't realize. I had him on the show not that long ago and did one of those things where we took a picture. He leaned down, and still looked 6 inches taller than I am.
Yeah, and you're 6 foot.
Yeah,
he's a huge man.
What chair did you stand on for your picture?
I stood on the roof of Croke Park. I stood,
and you were still looking
all
up
of us
nostrils.
all of us looked normal, but we were on steps, and he genuinely was like this.
Yeah.
But and I know it's the bonus. But I said to him, I want to ask you, because I do a fact-based podcast with Dave Moore. He goes, I know Dave, and he knew who I was, or was very pleasant about pretending he knew.
Yeah, one or the other.
I just felt like Kevin Phillips, big man, little man. Do you know what I mean?
That's
banging
so
in
good.
goals.
Yeah.
Like he's used to that.
Yeah,
he's used to everybody being,
Yeah.
So anyway, I was chatting to him, and I said, is this fact true? Because I saw you talking about it once. And he goes, it is true. Niall Quinn had the stellar career he had when something happened that was not meant to happen. I know it's a bonus, but it's such a good fact.
This is a good bonus fact. This isn't what you bring to the table.
He was offered an AFL contract. And I said, is this true? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, and it was a very good contract. And he goes, it was I think he said to me, it was a better contract than
what Arsenal.
Yeah. And I think it included probably college education.
Okay.
And I said, yeah. And there was a postal strike in Australia. And the offer never got through.
Oh my God.
Because it's 1980, whatever.
Yeah.
And he went, I better go to Arsenal and have the stellar career.
Offer here.
And there was an offer.
But he didn't have it.
No, and they called, I think they called his mother's house or called afterwards at some other point. He's offered Arsenal now. Because of a fluke.
That is wild.
Yeah, and he confirmed it to my face.
Well, don't forget that many decades later, David De Gea's move from Manchester United to Real Madrid was scuppered because the fax machine wasn't plugged in Real Madrid to send the fax to Manchester United to go, here's our offer. And by the time they got it plugged in, the deadline had passed.
But like you think in the 80s, you're kind of like,
Yeah, sure.
You think by the time David De Gea comes along.
Late 2010s.
You think, well, we're not, those naive times when they're, but it still happens. So that's what I was doing. But and I have other things to tell you. But go on anyway, go back to Cornwall.
Well, back to Cornwall very quickly because you're a comedian.
Yes.
So this will mean a lot more to you, I think, than it meant to anyone else in the room. The Chancellor of Falmouth University, who sat on stage wearing a crown.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who is famous from that part of the world.
And met every single graduate with a handshake and a gold doubloon. Because think about it for a second. It's Cornwall.
Yeah.
It's on the sea.
Yeah.
It's pirates.
Yeah.
So gold doubloons.
Was it Aidan Turner topless with a scythe dressed as Poldark?
If that was what I had, I would still be in Cornwall waiting for the
moment
of
course you would.
that he reappeared. No, it wasn't that. The gold doubloon is her head, embossed in chocolate. The chocolate gold doubloon.
Yeah.
So this, because you've already gotten your your degree is at home. They post it to you.
Yeah.
But this is the ceremonial moment. So she stands there with her crown. The brilliant, the inimitable Dawn French.
No.
She was brilliant. They walked, it's such ceremony and pomp.
She lifted all them from M&S, of course. So she's the voice of M&S.
Yeah. These aren't ordinary doubloons.
Yeah.
So they walk in a kind of a row, all the hierarchy of the university. And they're all dressed in their, I guess, what in our eyes would be Shakespearean finery.
Yeah.
And they have these big, poles with like canvas kind of flags on them, whatever.
Oh, like kind of Roman legions.
Oh, like
effort.
Roman legions,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So they come in, they sit down, and Dawn's right in the middle. And then as it comes to the moments when the graduates come across, she stands up and someone hands her a doubloon. She hands it and shakes hands. And next one, and she did. I'd say she did a couple of hundred that day. She was. I'm sorry, and that was her second session
that's class.
of 3
Really?
in the day. She was brilliant.
She is from that part of the
She
world.
is from
I think
that part
she's
of the
from
world.
Devon, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't
We'll
tell
look it
you.
up.
But she has that. She has that kind of slight twang.
Slight.
Which, by the way, West Country accents. I don't know where you need to go.
Yeah.
But I was going over there fully expecting everybody to speak like this.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, they didn't.
No.
There was a couple of people called me darling.
Yeah.
And I like that.
All right, my lover.
Or
There's a
I
little
didn't
bit
hear
like
that. I heard,
Yeah.
but they were very much like, hello and nice to meet you. Like very. I guess it's like. What we slag off
About
Americans,
Americans
going,
thinking our
Bigara,
accent.
top of
Yeah.
the morning, like
Yeah.
they want that. I really wanted that, and at one point, a farmer.
Yeah.
So where
gonna
we
look her up.
stayed,
Go
you
on.
look her up. Where we stayed was on farmland in these beautiful houses, a place called the Emerald in Truro.
Yes.
in Cornwall, beautiful spot. Anyway, but it's a single car road. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So at one point, a giant tractor carrying 8 circular bales of hay is barreling down the road, and I have no choice but to reverse into someone's, driveway and get out of the way. And I had the window down because it was 30 degrees. And as he came past his end, and he went, "Thanks very much, motorist." That's what he shouted at me.
Motorist.
Oh, it was brilliant. But that was the strongest accent I heard
I
the
think
whole time.
the Cornwall Doppler effect is what a brilliant way to hear it.
Yeah, it was so
It's
good.
one of the few rhotic accents, which is where
Erotic.
erotic. So they
No.
well, it depends. Motorist. Well, they pronounce the R.
Oh, I see.
In the same way we do.
Yes.
So they say, I actually had a woman from Bristol the other day in the audience, and I said, and there was a speech therapist in the audience, and I said, tell me something interesting about her accent. He says, I don't know what it is. He goes, so they say, so when you were in Sloane Square.
Yeah.
No R
No
on that
R.
if you're from London
Yeah.
or doing RP, but Sloane Square. They say it the way we say it.
Good lads.
Yeah. Her parents were from Plymouth.
Okay.
She was born in the Welsh town of Holyhead because her father was in the Royal Air Force. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I knew she had a connection down to that part of the world. Do you know, you probably do know this, the ongoing war between Devon and Cornwall?
No.
Do you not?
No.
That they have a particular beef with one another.
Why?
Do you not know this?
I don't
So
know.
this is a well-known thing in England,
Right.
but it's not that well-known outside. I was explaining this to my missus the other day. I need to just find which is which. So their big thing is scones.
Right.
Scones.
With
clotted cream and jam.
Oh, because somebody made that. She made that joke.
Did you? Then you didn't get it?
I didn't get it.
So there's a big thing that Cornwall thinks it should be served one way and Devon thinks it should be served the other way. One is with the jam closer to the
scone
and one
the cream
with
on
the
top.
yeah.
And then she did say either. I think she said it's always cream first.
And what happened? What did the
People
audience?
laughed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what. Nobody seemed to boo.
Yeah.
So maybe that way is the Cornwall way.
The fundamental difference between Devon and Cornish cream tea comes down to one crucial factor: the order in which you spread your toppings. I love. People are going, why do Crystal Palace and Brighton have a rivalry? And it's over some weird thing that happened between the managers a few years ago.
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago, actually. But yeah, Devon and Cornwall. So the proper Cornish way is to spread a layer of jam first,
Right.
followed by a generous dollop of clotted cream. This method allows the jam's natural sweetness to shine through before being complemented by the rich velvety texture of the cream. In Devon, they prefer to smother their cone with clotted cream first and then add a spoonful of jam on top.
I must go back because I recorded the speech for Tracy to have forever to listen to. So I must go back and see what she said, because she definitely said one or the other.
There
That's
you go.
gas.
2 facts sneaked in to the bonus episode.
Schnook.
Schnook of Why Would You Tell Me That?
Love it. Thanks, Neil.